How do I keep my images the same size? This is a question I get asked quite a lot by certain members who are looking to try and keep the formatting of their images. Well, the answer is fairly simple. I just use a template of a certain file size that allows me to keep everything as organized as possible. So I'm using Photopea here, or Photopea, depending on how it's truly pronounced, but you could use GIMP, Photoshop, anything of the sort like that. Essentially, it's just a Photoshop version which allows us to edit our images. I will also leave a link down in the description if you want to get access to this template. However, you can very easily do this yourself just by going File, New, or however it's done in your program. And the actual size for this one I use is the 1024 by 1024 pixels. And the reason why we do this is fairly simply to do with a rule called the power of 2. Essentially means no matter how much we divide this by, we're always going to get something which is in the power of 2. So for example, we could get this all the way down to 2 by 2, 4 by 4, 8 by 8, 16 by 16, 32 by 32, so on and so forth, and then we get to 1024. And you can always go bigger if you wanted more pixels, but I found 1024 is a decent file size for the quality of the images that I'm wanting. Once we've done that though, all we need to do is just locate an image that we're wanting to actually utilize for the character we're wanting. So for example, if I was to bring in a character here, and you'll see that this one has already been set to the size, and the reason for this is because I use Midjourney for a lot of this stuff, so AI art, and this is the size that they come in as. However, you can see if you go through here, and go, let's say we got the image which was this size, all you need to do is just come through here, and let's say I didn't want the entirety of this picture and just wanted the face. I would just line it up like this, where I had just the face, and then I'd save that, and then using this template would give us the exact same image for every image size for each image. And then all it means from there is to go through back into our vault and then just go ahead and set the image to the new image that we've thrown in. To do that, all I tend to do is go into my assets, go into my NPCs where I have all those located. Easy way to find where these are all located, you can show in System Explorer, which will then bring up something like this. I'll drop them in here, and then they'll be called from here. Now, if you have the note open, sometimes it won't find it instantly, so you might need to do a quick reload. So you can just do Control P and do reload, and then I'll just leave the note and come back. You'd have to go into a completely different note and then go back, and then it'll reload it. But no, other than that, guys, that's how I do it. That's how I keep my images the same size. On a side note, if you've just stumbled on this video and unaware of what I'm actually using, this is essentially Obsidian, a note-taking tool that allows us to keep notes, and as you can see, make it so we can actually organize our notes within our tabletop RPG worlds. It allows us to give us things to linking to each other so we can go through to different notes, so we can find things. We have different travel calculators, so we can come through here and check to see how long it'll take us to travel to different locations, and just so many more powerful things like that. If this is something that looks interesting to you, highly recommend checking out in the top right of the screen now, where I have a link to my video where I go over what this actually is and how you can get your hands on it. Besides that, if you have any more questions, feel free to jump in on my Discord down below and ask anything you may want answered, and I might be able to answer in another video for you. Until then, folks, I'll catch you around. Adios!